Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. In today's protest, our KDF soldiers have emerged to be our heroes. They were forced to the streets despite a court order that was barring them to be there. And because they cannot defy the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, William Ruto, they went. But I like the fact that they were friendly to the Gen Z and those people who are protesting. Many were expecting that they would start beating people mercilessly. But I love the kind of restraint that they exercised, and people were feeling a bit friendly with them. But I realized that this protest had taken a paradigm shift from what we have seen. Apart from the penultimate protest that saw people getting into parliament, and William Ruto was annoyed and they started accusing each other. It is like William Ruto was saying it was Gachagua who is planning this. Eldoret and Isili became the worst in today's protest. In Isili, there is a young man who was protesting brandishing a gun, not a pistol. I don't know the generations and the different types of guns, but he was wielding some long gun and he was saying, I don't fear anyone, neither do I fear William Ruto. And he is brandishing that gun openly in a peaceful protest that is supposed to achieve a particular purpose. When guns are involved, I don't know whether there were ammunitions in it, but that was scary because I want us to watch that. Then in Eldoret, because I told you Isili and Eldoret, I saw armed goons targeting particular individuals because they don't believe, leaders from Eldoret still believe that when people are protesting, then it gives William Ruto a very bad image as the president of the country. And they were targeting those whom they feel are from other regions, because someone was telling me that after the protest where Oscar Sudi's club was invaded and people really took a moment to enjoy the drinks, they were trying to invoke the tribal card that, these are not our people, these are people from outside. So they decided today to arm goons who are manning the streets. To me, that is very wrong. Let's watch this first, then we come back.
Peaceful. Nisiogopi mtu. Hata Ruto simuogopi. Hata Naika mimi simuogopi. Nisiogopi. Mimi naogopa Mungu bwana. Mimi naogopa Mungu bwana. Hii ni haki yangu mzee. Tuko kwa amani pole pole tu. Hatufungi barabara. Bora tukombe huko. Safety ya waandamanaji. 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 Usigonge mwandamanaji. Waandamanaji. Safety ya mwandamanaji. Waandamanaji. Iko.
Era wameweza. Wamefanya vizuri leo. Aki. Wameweza.
Wataingia hapa.
Aha. Acha na wao.
So those are the scenes that rocked the demonstrations today in Kenya. What do you make out of them? And I want to take a moment and explain to you what is happening. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Click the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you. Thank you for your continued support. Kindly give this video likes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with that video in Isili. Apparently, Rigathi Gachagua had accused the NIS boss, Nordin Haji, Director General of the National Intelligence Service, and this did not go down well with the Somali community. And that is why they came out. Some of them were protesting against the finance bill, but others were protesting that Rigathi Gachagua is targeting their man. So this person that is brandishing a gun here is trying to tell people that we are armed. Don't joke with us. And I wish he had not brought up that gun, because there is a general conversation going on in the country just how infiltrated our country is. The other day, there was a discussion of the skyscrapers in Isili that are going beyond the required standard, and that someone can easily look at the military base, the Moi Air Base. And some people are saying that there is an influx of foreigners in our country that will soon threaten our security. I don't know. And that is not what I want us to discuss here, because it's a very emotive topic. Kenya has always been very friendly to strangers. We live with different, races, just the same way Kenyan residents, Kenyans are living in other countries. When you see people coming out with guns like this, and I believe he was even speaking in Kiswahili, so I believe he's in Kenya, and I believe that video is a fresh one. It's not a stale video. He's trying to tell us that if we have to use that as an epitome of example of guns that are in the wrong hands, then it means that people are not safe. Because you see that people are having guns. I know people have got guns because they are licensed, but people who are licensed are not as reckless as that person. It shows there are illegal guns in the hands of ordinary Mananchi, and that will trigger a very serious discussion among the security council. They can even order that the guns be retrieved, and that will be very bad. So these people were protesting, and they're telling Gachagua, leave our man alone. When you see people coming out and brandishing guns, then it erodes and dilutes the very peaceful demonstrations that have been conducted by our Gen Z. Some people are now taking over, and they want to portray that this thing is being sponsored. We have goons, so that it will be stopped. The government will have grounds to stop it, because I don't know the courage that that person got. Look at Eldoret. The government realized that the Gen Z have got no tribe. Whether the Kales, Luos, Kikuyus, Kisis, and lawyers, they came together on the street just speaking one language, that we want this bill to stop. We want accountability. For a very long time, we have been pushed to the periphery. Now we want to own it. Now, in Eldoret, they are invoking that tribal card that you see, this is the president's town. And therefore, when you go there to demonstrate, you are showing us that you are humiliating the president. So they are arming them. And this is how some of those scenes where you see tribal clashes start like this. Because when people have been beaten, they go back and retreat and say, so why was it happening? We don't want to go back to, was it 207, where there was this talk of let us clean, we want the chaff and all that. Very soon it will escalate into the people may be called originals, wale wa kuzaliwa wa Eldoret, against the wale wa kukam, which is very, very bad. And I don't know what the police was doing when they start tribalizing this thing, ni kama wakale, because that is what I'm told, that wakale sasa wanalinda boma yao, which is wrong, because I don't think it took a tribal turn. It was the Gen Zs who were demonstrating against a bad bill. And I like what people have been saying. I saw this lady telling the policemen, tunawatetea pia. When people rise up and they stand up for their rights, let people, not others think that, sasa Ruto ni wetu ama Rigathi Gachagua ni wetu. Let me tell you something. These people are paid by taxpayers. It is not only you a taxpayer as a Kalenjin or as a Kikuyu or as a Luo when you think you love Gachagua so much. When someone is a president, he becomes a president of all the people. He's paid and maintained very expensively with taxpayers' money. My money, your money, everyone. So when you go there and you want to kill your fellow Kenyan because you feel that Ruto is yours, Hata labda namba ya Ruto hauna, hata ukipiga hawezi shika. I mean, let us be very careful when they want to neutralize it so that we go back to the tribal thing. You know, they waited for Raila to be part of this because they knew very well it is easy when you involve him, then inakuwa Wajaluo. This time it ilikuwa Gen Z. And in Eldoret, they also came out because they feel Gachagua is sabotaging Ruto. That is what we saw yesterday when Gachagua started saying, why did it take you? Why did you wait for the bloodshed so that you can see the ground and say that you're now sending the finance bill to the parliament? So they are also playing tribal, and it also opens up a Pandora's box. The Cold War that has been there is soon coming out because it was in Eldoret. They are protecting their man. You see, they're just saying, okay, we thought it was Gen Z. Now Ruto has told us that there are other people. There are hidden hand in it, so we cannot allow. It is because of that altercation where Gachagua was calling upon the NIS boss to resign. And you see, the NS boss was appointed by William Ruto. He was largely speaking to William Ruto. But we don't want to see those scenes because they're scary. It will escalate to another thing. And I know when people want to stop demonstrations, they will involve guns and thugs in it. They will involve thugs to break into people's property. Then they will say, in light of what is happening, we now call off all these demonstrations. And I don't know what to think about those scenes, but they are not good. For the Gen Z, remain united, remain tribeless, remain partyless. Your vision was one, to liberate the country and to emancipate our nation. Don't look at the sideshows, because I know there are people who are trying to derail you from your mission. Aluta continua, be focused, and do not look back, because this is a ploy to ensure that you lose focus and you don't concentrate on what you want to do. We really want to condemn those sins, because what do you do with a gun during demonstrations? A gun is a weapon. Or why do you arm youths to start beating fellow Kenyans? It is wrong.